Saturday the 29th of January marked a day of protest throughout the streets of London. The day began with a further student demonstration against cuts to higher and further education, the fifth to take place in the capital since November last year.
We say fight back! Fight back! Fight back!
Beginning in Mallet Street, the demonstration proceeded down through the city, halting once at a branch of Topshop. Fueled by reports of Arcadia Group's tax evasion, many demonstrators were heard angrily chanting, "Pay your taxes." While officially ending at Victoria Tower Gardens, the march continued on unsupervised towards Conservative headquarters at Millbank, where some protesters attempted to break through police lines to reach the building. A scuffle between police and one protester ended in swift capture and arrest, serving as a deterrent to the crowd, who, after a seemingly lacklustre attempt to push through, moved on towards Victoria. A large faction of the protest headed towards the Egyptian embassy in South Street. This included members of trade union RMT, who were keen to express their support for both the student movement and the anti-government protesters in Egypt.
It's very warming to see the people in Egypt are actually standing up and saying no. You can see how this isn't just a one-off. You look at Tunisia, you've seen all the struggles in the mainland in Europe as well. They've taken inspiration from it, and we're drawing inspiration from that too.
The mood outside of the embassy was one of defiance and jubilation, with protesters joining the call of those in Egypt who are demanding the deposition of the country's president, Hosni Mubarak. QMTV spoke to one protester who had this to say.
I'm here to express solidarity with the Egyptian people who are in the streets right now, who are being abused by police brutality, and who want to retain their justice and bring it back to them, and who want peace and freedom in their country. And as soon as President Mubarak leaves, we can achieve that.
The demonstration was attended by many keen to see an end to the Mubarak administration, which has been accused of corruption and unjust treatment of Egyptian citizens. These included one British man who is calling for an end to cooperation between UK and US governments with the unpopular president.
I would like to see our government close the embassy, throw out the ambassador, say unless there is a democratically elected leader in Egypt that we will have no relations.
We also spoke to a member of the Jewish anti-Zionist organisation who expressed his hope that Mubarak and his government, which has been in cooperation with Israel, should fall.
We're very glad to see the movement in Egypt being so vocal. I mean, it's been there for a while. There have been these major strikes for many years. But to see people out on the street is great. And of course, we want to see the end of Mubarak as well. And what we hope is that the end of Mubarak will signal the end of the Rafah crossing, and that Gaza at last will no longer be under siege.
The day ended on a note of solidarity between students and Egyptian protesters, with many expressing a hope for further cooperation.
We will fight! We will win!